What a surprise that was!
Oh,
Ah!
During
so yeah,
that
we're
last
talking about
section, there was a Teams chat going out at work of somebody demanding that they get their cake returned, but it turns out they ate it all.
how surprising.
Yeah.
you interrupted me for that.
Well, you started too early. You actually interrupted me.
You act as if you had anything better, Dash.
Yeah.
Running the show. Oh, I
You're
guess
fine.
Melissa's been home for 2 hours and I just heard her for the first time.
You did
Husband
also
of the
mention
year,
her,
everybody.
you mentioned her arriving home 2 hours.
I was wrong though.
Mhm.
Like that instance was wrong. Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna talk about our biggest surprise of the year. This is sometimes like we're pretty good. We keep our fingers on the pulse of society. I'm really loud about games people should play, but sometimes something just like sneaks in there and completely subverts our expectations. And I can think of no bigger surprise I can actually think of two bigger surprises than this one for me than when I miss the spiritual successor to like one of my probably like I'm gonna say maybe top 50 games of all time. Uh, but Flock, I really don't know how I missed the memo on this one. Like, I have a system of things set up that should get this information to me immediately. I should have known this game was coming out long in advance and been ready for it day one. And then lo and behold, Ryan just says that we should play it, but also doesn't say to me that it's the successor to Hohokum.
Thought I
But
did.
yeah, no, I don't. You just say we should play it. I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll try it because you
Yeah,
kept
you'll
talking about how
figure it
good
out.
it was. And hey, it was actually fucking phenomenal. Played it all in like we played it that night, and then I woke up the next day, played the whole fucking game in one sitting because I could not put it down. Um,
Good game.
love that a game eluded me like that, and then ended up being so motherfucking good. So thank you for patching the holes in my information delivery system, Ryan. Now praise me in your thing.
I didn't think I was gonna like Balatro very much, and I kind of liked it.
Lots are quite fun.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of things I don't like deck building and roguelike and poker, and somehow they all coalesced into something that was pretty enjoyable.
What if you had a 161 of clubs? Would that make you
That'd
feel
be kind of
differently?
cool. I never
Is
got.
that
I
like a
never got
mod
to
or
that
something?
point.
I've seen that going around.
No, I think it's just
That's not a feature in the game. You can't. Oh, so what? You're okay. So they would.
I don't
I
know.
guess
I
I've
just
ne-
have also seen it online.
Okay. But yeah,
Did anybody
Balatro.
play the Friends of Jimbo stuff? Maybe that's where it added it.
Maybe
No,
so.
it's those are just card skins. You can put
Hmm.
Shovel Knight in the game now.
Finally.
Oh, good.
That's what
The
it's
heart-
been missing.
The mark of any good indie. But yeah, Balatro. Good game. Lily, what is your something that really just took you by surprise?
My number 3 biggest surprise was Arctic Eggs.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect to jive with it, and then I picked it up and I could not put it down. I played straight through to the point where you have to start frying live cockroaches that will actively jump out of the pan. Got frustrated as fuck and have not been back.
Oh.
But I think
Oh, you
about it
haven't
every
finished
day.
it?
One of these days, I'll go back to that fucked up mountain and those fucked up customers.
You don't see
Frying
how
eggs on a
you don't know how it
mountain.
ends then.
No, I don't. Not yet. No.
Okay.
Took
But,
a lot of screenshots while playing
It's so good.
Arctic Eggs because there's some profound statements in it.
It is a very surprising game. But Jason, surprise me. Give me a twist.
My number 3 surprise was Mini Shoot Adventures. I didn't hear about it when it came out. Just a friend just randomly kind of mentioned it as a thing he was playing that I might check out. So I did because it
You
was
can
super
say
cheap.
Dash's name. He's
It
right
wasn't
here.
Dash. I played
No,
it.
it
I think I
actually-
played it before Dash.
Whoa.
I
Um,
bought it day one, but it took me a little bit to get around to it. You definitely played it before I did.
But yeah, it was super cheap, so I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And it was when I think it was early in my like trying to fiddle around with PC games, so it was like an easy game that would definitely run on my first computer. But it really sucked me in, beat it in just a couple sittings and didn't want to put it down. So it was super fun. Maybe they'll make another similar thing like that. I don't even know who made it.
It's like two guys' first game.
Well, good
So
for them.
it's the idea of what if
I don't know why there's an apostrophe and it makes me mad.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. What if like you had a fucking twin stick shooters Zelda? It's such a interesting concept.
Mhm.
But Hunter, hit me with a surprise.
Doesn't even have a
My-
Wikipedia page.
My number 3 was also Arctic Eggs, and it's like I'm looking through the screenshots I took, and it's like, damn, this was a really good fucking game. Like one guy saying, "I don't need sex. Government fucks me every day."
Yeah. I remember that one.
Arctic Eggs is
Or-
good.
There's like one person who goes on and on about like pandering, and it's like it's a nice little thing argument there, and he caps it off with the hiker who navigates the mountain's original rugged terrain though seeing less grasps its true nature far beyond any canyon bitch.
My nickname in high school.
Danny surprised me.
I got a surprise for you. My number
Doubt it.
3 my number 3 surprise is Infinity Nikki.
God, that's somehow worse.
Man, 2 gacha games in one game of the year.
What are you doing with your time? It's making me sad. You have but one life to live on this earth. Don't spend it playing fucking gotcha games. You're better than that. I know you are. I think you are. Maybe you're not.
So the unfortunate thing about this year is that I have found out that I enjoy gotcha games.
Fuck, that really sucks, friend.
Big rip.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah, I
money
thought
has
the election
Infinity
was going to
Nikki
be the
gotched
worst
from
thing
you?
that happened to you, but I fucking
Little did you know.
little did I
Yeah.
know.
No, it's a tragedy. Now I won't defend Infinity Nikki as a good game. I think the gameplay feels awful, but I was expecting it to feel awful and have nothing in it. But that game has a lot of heart. A lot of care and love went into creating that game. There is a surprising amount to do in there. And it is essentially a dress-up game. It is the closest you get to playing Barbies as a video game, like more so than any of the Barbie video games. But like there are mini games. There are like townsfolk with personality, and no, I gave it a few hours to just kind of see what it was about, and I was so pleasantly surprised. It was one of those things where I'm expecting absolute dog shit, and the fact that it was like there were things to enjoy in it.
That's what the category's for, baby.
Yeah,
Someone hits you with that swerve.
yeah.
Well, coming back around, Bungie's gotten really fucked this year and like the last year as well. They've been hit with like an insane amount of layoffs. Sony has consumed them, replaced a lot of their leadership, and the last expansion they did for Destiny was kind of dog shit, actually. It's one of the worst, if not the worst, expansions they've ever done for the game. Uh, Confidence and faith in Destiny is at an all-time low. Player counts are at an all-time low. But these motherfuckers managed to turn around and put out the best expansion they had ever done for the game in a way that like I had no expectations for it. Like whatever, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna fucking play it because I'm a sicko. I really have no room to judge Danny about gotcha games when I play Destiny so much. But fucking the Final Shape expansion, which is also like the 10-year, it is the cap off to the story that has been happening since the release of Destiny 1. They actually nailed it. The gameplay is great, the story beats were good. The only like detractment from it is that because of Lance Reddick's passing, he was not there to voice his character. So instead Keith David does it. And it's like a totally fine performance and everything, but it ain't that character, nor does he try to make it that character. But yeah, it's actually they make good on the story beats, the gameplay's fun, the weapons are amazing, the location is cool, the content has just been great for it, and don't know how they did it. It really should not have been that good. But somehow it was. But Ryan, Twist surprised me.
Yeah. Okay. So this, when I first saw it announced, I was like, this is a game from a publisher I hate, just trying to hold on to their IP. And the only way they could think to do that was by jumping on a popular game genre and hoping it takes off. Prince of Persia had everything working against it.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow that shit is as good as it is. And I think it's, you know, they gave it to the Rayman team, and they figured it out. But that when you told me originally that that's who the team was, I was like, shit, they're gonna get laid off. Like, because it was like it looked really bad. Like, you know, just everything working against it. And I don't remember when it came out, but it felt like it dropped against some other like bigger games.
It's February, I think.
Which
Something
Prince
like
of
that.
Persia game are we talking about?
Lost Crown, not the Rogue Prince of Persia. 2 Prince of Persia games came out this year.
What was the other one?
Rogue Prince of Persia.
Yep.
Oh, I
that
didn't,
one
I didn't
any
see that
good?
one.
No, I mean it seems like it's fine, but don't worry about it.
I never played it.
I mean,
But, you know,
it's
yeah,
a little
Lost
late
Crown,
now.
Lost Crown, I think was February.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just surprised that it's actually good.
I will point out, Game of the Year 2023, most anticipated game, number 1, Prince of Persia: Lost Crown.
Yeah, I
Game of
thought
the
you were
Year-
crazy for that.
Game of the Year 2023 doesn't happen.
Look, you
I
tell
thought
me
that-
the
I thought
fucking
that
Rayman
game-
crew's there, I show up.
I didn't know they were there until this year. But
Didn't they all
the
get
announcement
fired?
trailer.
Oh, yeah,
didn't
that
do anything
studio's
for me.
gone.
Yeah, the
they
studio got
produced a
closed.
critical and commercial success and got
Yeah.
laid, and that studio got closed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bummer.
Yep. One of the best Metroidvanias of all time.
Yep.
Like, get fucked.
Yep.
Like, how about instead, you get fucked? Well, that'll bring us around to Lily.
Yeah.
Hit me with some stuff.
Well, for my number 2, I didn't initially expect a lot based on how the more recent 3D iterations in this series have gone down. But Sonic X Shadow Generations fucking whips, as I have said multiple times so far. The game
Yeah, it
whips,
does.
it does it well. You go fast, music good, chili dogs, you know what I mean?
It's all the things you need for a Sonic game.
That's what I'm saying, and it's got all of it.
Fucking fun.
That shit is sick.
Like, what a great game.
It does
A
the Sonic
fantastic
thing
update.
real good.
Does the best.
It surprised me.
Jason, give me a surprise.
No.
Okay, fuck you. Hunter, give me a surprise.
Jason, do you not have
What's he
one?
doing?
Sorry, I was
He's
updating a
Jason's
note.
like working right now.
God damn
I
it.
was-
No,
I
he's
was-
fucking.
I was updating my
List-
notes. I wasn't
list
making any
is changing.
changes. I was just tweaking something.
Oh boy.
Wasn't making any changes.
No,
it was just
my-
changing something.
My number two biggest surprise was Black Ops 6, apparently, is what number we're on now.
I can't believe
Black
that. Like
Ops.
that seems wrong.
I don't rember 4 and 5 ever happening.
They
Well, there
used
to be
AI in some of their
technically there was never a
artwork.
5. There was Black Ops
Cold
Cold
War.
War, I think was 5,
Yeah.
but it didn't actually have 5 in the title.
Hmm.
But this is the best Call of Duty in recent memory. Call of Duty games have kind of fucking sucked ass for quite a while. They've just been, particularly the multiplayer. That's really 99% of my Call of Duty playing is multiplayer. So I don't have really much to say about past campaigns since Black Ops 1,
I thought the
probably.
campaign was fun in 6.
Um,
I only did
but
2 levels.
all of the multiplayer for the last a bunch of Call of Duties has just been needlessly complicated. The maps have been ass and just like massive and shitty, and you're just running for way too long to get back to the fight. This one is, I think, about as back to basics as we're ever gonna get with Call of Duty because they just don't make the games that I loved as a 14-year-old. Um, but just the significant simplification when it comes to unlocking weapons and attachments in multiplayer, and that you don't have to like look at a gun you want to get and it says you need to like level up a different gun to level 20, and then you go to that gun and it says you have to level up a different gun to level 20, and then it's just like eventually you find the gun that you need to level up to start the chain. But I'm 31 years old and I don't have 1,000 hours to grind a bunch of guns I don't want to use to get the guns I do want to use. And we're back to you just unlock guns when you hit certain levels as like your player level. Like all of the guns unlock the normal way that has any logic to it. The attachments unlock when you level up the gun to a certain level, like they should.
And
So you can just
isn't the loadouts like pick 15?
like attachments.
Or yeah, but I mean like the whole like
It's
building a loadout. It's like it's a pick like 10 or something system.
you can have 5 attachments and then everything else is
Okay.
pretty normal. Like it's more customizable and like your perks and stuff.
Mhm.
But the perks are, I don't know, less shitty than they've been. Um, but yeah, it's just the multiplayer is actually really fun. The maps are pretty much all solid. None of them are massive. They have a couple really fun small maps, so you don't feel like you just want to go play Nuketown 24/7. Um, but the movement feels really good. They don't have any like jetpacks or anything stupid. Matchmaking has been solid. Um, And then what I have played of the campaign was good. I played maybe 3 or 4 missions of it, but I was playing on my last computer and it couldn't do it. And I haven't
I
gotten back
installed
to
it
it.
just for the campaign and ran into invincible enemies on the second mission.
Well, I never
I
had that.
could not kill them. Dozens of
You
headshots.
You need to level up your gun.
Full clips, nothing. So
This is the
I
first
spent
Call
money.
of Duty multiplayer I ever
Your
played.
your game broke.
It
And then
did,
I haven't
and
I
I
haven't
didn't go
touched the
back.
zombies, and I don't know if I ever will because zombies is not fun to play by yourself or with random people. So I would only want to play with people I know. But multiplayer Black Ops 6, I had pretty low expectations and I've really, really enjoyed it.
I like that they introduced the thing where you can like use the human shields, and then when you're doing that, it introduces proximity chat to you and the person you're human shielding.
Mhm.
That is an
Yeah,
amazing feature.
Pretty
that's
good.
really
That's
something.
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Yeah, very
That's
fun. I definitely recommend it to anyone who liked Call of Duty and then hasn't liked Call of Duty for like the last 8+ years.
I played a little bit of it, got smoked so motherfucking fast by people who were on the mic. It's like, ah, these are children, and I just realized like, no, this game has passed me by. Unfortunately, I've grown too old. Let me go
Yeah.
back to my Dragon Quest. Hunter,
I need to take turns.
I need this. That's why I like JRPGs now. Is I can't play the fast games anymore. I needed to slow the fuck down.
You're an old man.
I need to cast Sizz on my timetable. Hunter, what's something that surprised you?
Um, I don't know if they announced this beforehand, so hence why it's on my surprise list, but them porting Red Dead 1 to PC, and then but also the fact that it's overpriced.
Yeah,
$50 for a 14-year-old game
it's not
is
okay,
Ooh.
it's not.
but
I
it's
mean,
a
yeah,
really
it
good
comes with
port.
it's a good port. It comes with the zombie DLC, but like they also took out the multiplayer. So like, I'm not gonna pay $50 for a game I played 15 years ago.
I think I got it for 30, and even that felt a little high, but I was willing to do that because it's Red Dead.
Like once it's on a decent enough sale and like on like a Steam summer sale or something, I'll get it. I'll play it. I'll enjoy going through Red Dead 1 again, but like $50 is a little
That's not okay.
All
Like,
50
I would
of
actually-
those dollars are going to fund GTA 6.
Oh yeah, like they don't have enough money already from GTA Online.
Danny, what are you going to use the money from GT Online for?
I'm gonna use it for field biology studies in Flock. Yeah.
First of all, stop playing along with the bits. No one else does but you, so it's weird when you do it. You're not, like you don't respond. to the
Dash says,
segue.
"What's your number 2, Jeff Minter?" And we go, "Well, moment or sequence."
Yeah, there you go. Go on with Flock.
I'm sorry for participating.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't.
But yeah, no, Flock. I had no idea it was coming. And it's exactly my kind of cozy game. I love field biology, and it is a field biology video game. It's great. Yeah, I feel like Dash already kind of said enough about it. Play Flock.
Play
It's
Flock.
delightful.
Play.
Play
Yeah.
Flock.
Block off, Featherface.
Oh, that's a different game.
Never mind. I couldn't get the joke together.
Couldn't
So
segue that.
we'll go ahead and bring it back to the beginning. I feel like I have talked a lot about this game so far, and looking back at my categories, I have talked a lot about this game so far, and it is crazy that it gets dual citizenship and is allowed to be within Biggest Surprise, let alone win the category. But I fucking hated Yakuza 7 and am so fucking pissed that they made these goddamn JRPGs.
Which one's 7?
The
The
last
JRPG.
the JRPG, well, now the first of the JRPG ones.
First
It's
one
the one
with
with Ichiban.
These games are stupid and I hate them.
It's not like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It's the one before that.
Yeah, it's Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Did those both come out this year?
No.
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 I fucking hated it, Like a Dragon. I hated Yakuza 7. I hated the game so much. I'm angry at the series for switching to that gameplay. I fucking hated it. After I played Chrono Trigger, I said to myself, hey, what if you make it? Or I played Chrono Trigger and then I saw that it was $35 and was like, okay, how about we make a bad decision? And there were genuine points where I thought this might be my game of the year. I am in disbelief how much I turned around on the JRPG Yakuza stuff. I have since gone back and tried to play 7, and I still don't vibe with it. They improved a lot of stuff into 8, and fuck me, I really didn't think that I was going to vibe with this game that hard this year. But as it turns out, I only like the games with Kiryu in them. If Kiryu is not in a Yakuza game, I do not enjoy it. That has
Not boding
remained,
well for Yakuza 9.
it's remained 100. They will never let him retire, Ryan.
He'll
They
be
will never let him
75 years
retire.
old, also still with cancer, and he'll still be kicking ass.
They will not let him retire. And I do eagerly anticipate. I need to say the whole thing
Yep.
to get it right.
I know what it is because you berated me about it on Friday.
Good. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Which has
Got Samoa
more
Joe
ship
in it.
content than Skull and Bones does.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't fucking believe that Infinite Wealth floored me the way it did. Fantastic time. Ryan, hit me with your biggest surprise.
There is no reason that Indiana Jones should be as good as it is.
Absolutely fucking not.
There's-
Except when does Machine Games miss except don't bring up Youngblood?
Right.
Youngblood.
It's just it was one of those, like, when I found out they were doing that instead of Wolfenstein 3, I was like, oh great. Microsoft's trying to kill this studio. They want to hold on to this. Like similar stuff to the Ubisoft thing. It was just like they're throwing one of their best studios on a licensed game. And I know there have been a few decent licensed games in the past, but they're so far and few between that there was this another one that just had everything going against it. And somehow, despite all the odds, they managed to fucking pull it off. And it's great.
Machine games don't fucking miss, except that one time they did. Don't ignore that.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't remember they were making an Indiana Jones game until I think it was Dash was like, "Hey, that Indiana Jones game came out. You guys should download it."
Beats
I was
ass.
like, "What do you
It
mean
whips
an
ass.
Indiana Jones
Yeah.
game?"
Lily,
Yeah.
surprise me.
My biggest surprise has come up multiple times in different categories for me, and I don't think it's necessarily going to surprise anyone else, but it's Odata.
Making music's fun.
I did not
Good.
expect to just fall in love with that silly little toy box game.
Give me physical Odata things. I
I
want them.
know.
I want them.
They did.
Listen.
It's called Labo.
Fuck you. You're right. You're right, but fuck you.
I mean, it's only if we keep our fingers crossed hard enough, Fangamer will have something physical at some point. I already ordered the physical Balatro playing cards that they are going to put out.
It's okay. Everyone who's played Odata's in this fucking room right now.
Every
Yeah.
person on Earth
Yeah.
is in this Zoom call.
Physical Odata train. Pre-order now.
Jason, what's a cool game I can pre-order?
Not this one, because it exists, because I played it, therefore it's on my list.
Whoa,
Um,
sound logic.
this game is a game that's been mentioned a shitload of times already, and I have to assume will be mentioned a few more times. My number one surprise is Balatro. Never heard of it before it came out. Didn't understand it when it was described to me. Sounded pretty dumb. Didn't really get it the first time I even saw it. But as soon as I got the controls in my hand, I was in. Because I played like half a run at Dash's house before we went to Magic, I think. And was like half tempted to just stay there and play Balatro, but instead of going to
It's
play
so
Magic.
goddamn good.
I got my
then
dad to play it.
And then I immediately like bought it that night on Switch, played it a bunch, and then put it down for a couple months. And then a couple weeks ago, really wanted to play it, but my Switch was dead, so I bought it on the Steam Deck and have played it a lot since then. And it's just very fun. And it's went from a game that I hadn't even heard of to something I'm probably going to play kind of forever. I think it's probably going to replace Ape Out as the game I play literally every time I get on an airplane.
Oh my god, it was so good for all of the like traveling and conventions I had to do that
like
this year.
Ape
It was
Out I play every time I fly, and Balatro will be either replacing it or just joining the rotation. 'Cause it's just
there.
like the perfect way to kill a couple hours.
There's a game in early access right now called Bingle Bingle that
Cool,
is
man.
Pretty
Balatro,
cool.
but it's roulette.
It's interesting.
And then there is a game that is coming out soon called Autenjo, which is Balatro, but it's Mahjong.
Yeah.
And
Made just for you.
made just for fucking me, baby. And I'm
Dash is
so
actually
excited
the one.
for
Dash
it.
is the one making it.
He wishes.
Have you seen the Balatro Peggy thing?
Yeah, it's so fucking frustrating. For those of you who aren't aware, in Europe, Balatro is rated their equivalent of rated M because of gambling.
Oh yeah.
And FIFA, which has literal actual gambling
Yeah.
in it, is rated E.
Well, what's funny
That's
is
terrible.
like their logic for rating an M is that like, it teaches you poker hands that you can use to gamble, but then there's like just a straight up Texas Hold'em poker game that's rated like 10 plus.
It's that's so frustrating. Hunter, tell me something that's frustrating.
My number one frustrating surprise is not frustrating at all. It's just good. Um, they Valve would release comics for Team Fortress 2, and
Are you- okay,
well, they
yeah.
would release
Yeah, okay.
update comics for like new weapons and stuff, but they also had this like story just going on following like in the world of TF2, essentially set after the games. And the last one came out this year, like after 7 years of nothing, and it has a really good ending too. Like
People were going crazy
It
for
does
it
a
on Tumblr.
stupid amount of world building also.
yeah, it's so good that like the last bit is all the TF2 characters meeting back up at Scout's place for a Smithmas dinner. Scout is a single father. I think that is an amazing choice. That like his mailbox has his last name and then like hyphenated last name with the second name crossed out, and then another one with the second name crossed out again. So it's just like three of his name in a row. Um, Spy is like actually Scout's dad, and he gives his little balaclava to one of Scout's kids. There's like a really weirdly heartfelt thing right at the end where Scout is welcoming like you yourself to the Smithmas dinner and being like, "Hey man, we couldn't have gotten this far without you." And the last shot is all of like the all of the characters celebrating their little Smithmas dinner. The beginning is framed where Soldier and his wife are breaking into a prison to get the wizard who used to be his roommate busted out because they need a babysitter. But also, Soldier took out a loan from the Korean mafia in the wizard's name. And so they start getting tortured by the Korean mafia at some point, and Heavy and Sniper start busting him out. And like, the Korean mafia guy goes, "Yeah, we took them captive because they borrowed 17,000 won from us." And Heavy goes, 17,000 won? That's 15 US dollars. And it's like, "Yeah, but think about this. If we do this over that, who knows what we do over more money." So Heavy just pulls out his wallet and is like, "Do you have change for a 20?"
I'm so
Oh.
glad that they put that out.
The Team
Like,
Fortress 3 confirmed.
I mean, they
God,
set it up so that if Valve could count to three, there would be a lore reason for why a Team Fortress 3 goes on. But like, it's not gonna happen.
yeah, they're busy on that new thing.
Like,
Deadlock?
Saxton Hale,
Deadlocked.
yeah,
Yeah.
Deadlock. Saxton Hale is like, "You know what? I quit. This sucks. Being an office man sucks. I want to go fight bears and stuff again." And so he like looks at his age, like, "You're the new CEO of Manco." He's like, "Oh, I could never." He's like, "All right, you missed your chance. You're the new CEO of Manco." And then the first one's like, "Well, wait." And it's like, "All right, whatever. Just fight. Decide amongst yourselves who runs it. I'm out." And one of the aides is wearing like a blue suit, and the other one's wearing like a red suit. So there's a little lore reason if Valve ever decided.
Someday.
No.
Well, Danny, what is your biggest surprise for us to close out the category?
My biggest surprise, to no one's surprise, is Zenless Zone Zero.
You're
That
right.
game, yeah.
It was
Uh,
surprising the first three categories, but now it's not.
Sleeper hit. It has no right to be as good as it is. Um, Not like it's another game that I booted up with expecting absolute dog shit. Except this one's fun to play. Um, I will hedge a little bit and say that there are some pacing issues with the game, but overall,
Yeah, it's a gotcha game.
yeah. um, but yeah, no, like the characters are fun, the environment is vibrant. I have, and there's lots of moving pieces in the game, maybe too many. But overall, yeah, from something that I downloaded because it was free and I wanted to try as many games as possible in the last 2 months of this year. When I got a PlayStation, I went ahead and installed it, and it's I've gone back to it several times already. Never would have expected to, but yeah, no, I'm probably going to play it tonight.
Congratulations to Zenless Sun Zero.
Yeah.
Well, that'll bring us to an end for biggest surprise. So if you could please join us next time where we do the reverse and we concentrate all of our negativity into a single containment category so that we can properly get to the best shit of the year, where we are going to be talking about biggest letdown. We'll see you then.